my delicious co-creators, Lilu here at the beautiful Tao Garden north of Thailand, here with Mantak Chia that created this amazing space here. What a delicious time I'm having here with you and enjoying this conversation. Now, this is part 2. I mean, if we can say, we just spoke.
Hi, I'm Mantak Chia from the Tao Garden, northern part of Thailand, Chiang Mai.
So we just spoke about the brain orgasm, and now there's this really big topic, and I was listening to you in the seminar, and you were speaking about prostate, how to prevent prostate cancer, or how to help men, and actually this is also an exercise that women can do, I guess, at some portions of it, but with the anus, we're going to speak about the anus.
And prostate. Now, we know that for at least that in the Tao practice, we go back to about more than 2,000 to 3,000 years. They discover that when a man get older and when they check their anus part and feel their anus and the prostate gland very big. So they started to have understanding the prostate gland affect the brain a lot. So that how the kasai, Nei Chang discovered that time. It massaging the prostate gland. And the whole sexual organ, testicle, prostate gland, the penis, and the inside, the anus, everything. So that is whole practice.
That's the car side. That's what you do here. Yeah, because there's this special thing here that actually I've tried the female version of it, but I've seen a demonstration of the male version where you massage the testicle. It's a whole massage to liberate what?
And the prostate gland.
And the prostate gland. Yeah.
Right. Now, when in the West, they also discovered that. So a lot of doctors, sometimes they do it, and now they don't want to do it because it's too much. They charge, before that, I think 20 years ago, I know that the doctor, they charge to massage your prostate gland. They check it with the anus. But to massage the prostate gland, they charge $150 in US. But not many doctors want to do it. And because it takes some time, you have to massage it 10, 15, 20 minutes. But in 10, 15 minutes, they can look at the other patient and make the same money or more money from you. So not many of them will do that. Now, so at least 2,000 or 3,000 years ago, they discovered the prostate gland swollen up. It blocked the brain. So they discovered the brain have connection. So they discovered that because when a long time, they discovered the anus contraction. And they haven't actually emphasized on the prostate gland, but for the anus contract and release, contract and contract, release. So they say if you are 40 years old, you multiply 2, you contract anus 40, you contract the anus 80 times, okay? Plus the weight, the age. So they discovered that just simple contract the anus, hold for a moment and release. Contract and the buttock muscle, because this is the lower part and the blood sometimes they block. And because of all the waste material, now the way we have that is so big problem is all the waste, all the toxic chemical, all the heavy metal, the factory make it very fine in order to pass the test, the test, because you cannot have too big particle in the space. So they make it very fine. But they never think about they make it very fine. We breathe in the nose. Before they're big, they stuck in the lungs. And now the lung gets trouble. Now when it's so fine, it passes through the lung and go into the blood. And go into settle down in the organs. But the sexual organ is the lower part. And usually, when men erection is the blue blood, not red blood. So a lot of heavy metal and settle down in the prostate gland, settle down in the testicle, settle down on the penis and block all the blood vessels into the penis, and the impotence happen. And we try to look at other things. We don't clear out the blockages. And we try to do other things. So the whole kasai, or what we call by the prostate gland, you clear out the prostate gland, you clear out the testicle, make sure all the blood vessels flow. So we start from the aorta vena cava to inguinal, down to the sexual organ, make sure all these blood vessels are flow, and go to clear out the prostate gland and clear out the testicle, and we go into blood filter and ozone and chelation, kill a lot of parasite. Because parasite is the key now, is killing us so much. So the prostate gland, when it's swollen up, the brain block. And now the hippocampus is in the middle of the brain. And this hippocampus right in the middle of the brain is started to block, because when this one swollen up, it blocks all the blood vessels in the center of the brain. So not enough blood, because the capillary is too small, not enough blood, oxygen, nutrition, army, soldier, policeman, or we call the white blood cell, into protecting the brain and to protecting them. So when they don't have oxygen and nutrition, they gradually die. And the hippocampus is connecting with the prostate gland, and it's a long-term memory. And people will lose their memory. And the long-term memory, your name, your house, your family, your loved one, your wife. All the important things that we always repeat them every day, they store in here for keeping them safe. But they don't know you put it too safe and you forget it. And it blocked and it gone.
The Karsai is here, it's a treatment, but we can also do some exercise, or men can do that, or women can help their men do that, or do that and put maybe a plastic glove on their hand and go into the anus and massage, right? The castor oil. Tell us about this whole thing.
Yeah. We advise the people using castor oil, and if you don't have a girlfriend or loved one or wife, you can do it yourself. But if the other people is so good at laying down, so when you put a glove and you put the castor oil on it, and you put it in. I do it myself.
The middle finger in.
The middle finger, I have not very good finger. Sometimes you have the middle finger. So the middle finger go in, and you massage toward the navel area, or you massage toward the front, go into the front, and you massage it. A lot of men will feel very painful in the beginning.
It's tight, very tight area, even to get in.
And we call the anus so tight. Because it's so tight, and now it blocks everything. So when you massage that, you massage the anus outside, and you go in a little bit, massage and releasing it, and very slowly you go deeper that, and you massage to the front. So we call 12 o'clock. Yeah, if you have 12 o'clock, and you have the 6 o'clock, and you have 3 o'clock. Oh, no, you have 9 o'clock, and 3 o'clock, and below is 6 o'clock. So you massage the whole anus, or the anus here, you massage them this way out. Massage it, massage it, massage it, massage it, and massage. And if you have girlfriend to doing that, amazing. Now, in the Taoism, we believe that Tao Master saw the deer, and they always, in the daytime, they always contract the anus. And the male also, they contract the anus, especially when they want to bring a lot of energy into the horn. So they discovered that, not very good way, huh? They said, oh, the deer horn, the male horn, they horn, because they contract the anus so much, all the sexual hormones go up into the head and grow the horn. So they have a thing that if I take the horn and eat them, I get the male hormone. And it's still now, they prove it, yes, there are a lot of hormone in the horn, male hormone. So they're still eating that. But now, they mean, in the olden time, they have to shot them. And now they started to raise them, and when they're young, they cut it off, surgery way, and next year they grow again. So anyhow, but they discovered that. And when they discovered that, they said, oh, if we anus contracting, it helps something energy go up to the brain. You see, this is sexual organ. If you contract, it's just like a pump. So you pump, and you hold your breath, and you feel the brain, and you just feel the energy start to go up to the brain. Very simple breathing and pumping, and get the energy up to the brain. And the important part is the sexual hormone. And so now we have another practice, so that when you contract anus, and eventually you find an anatomy book and try to look is where your prostate gland. Sometimes people say, I don't know where's the prostate gland. What is prostate gland? Where is it? You don't know. If you know the location, it's below the pubic bone a little bit and the anus area. So if you know the location and you know how the prostate gland look like and you contract it, now you feel that, eventually, and if you massage the anus, you put the finger into the anus, and when you massage, feel arousal orgasm on the prostate gland, now your prostate gland is there. You see?
Because it's a sensitive part, so but it can bring emotions up too, it seems, no?
Prostate gland, and you find a point we call the male G-spot. Yeah. It's a male G-spot. So
is it the same?
It's very similar, but it's in the anus, in the prostate gland. So that's why another practice we call orgasm without ejaculation is a contract the prostate gland. You contract anus, perineum, and you think about the prostate gland. If you know the location and know where they are and know the feeling, the anus. No other way. Put the finger into the anus and you mesh it. And when you get that, I know the G-spot, and you contract it, and the orgasm come up. And that is the key to make control ejaculation. Because when the ejaculation is the prostate gland plus the seminal vesicle are contracting, and it pushes the seminal fluid out and the sperm out, and now the ejaculation. Yeah. But when you contract, it's just like you are closing the forceps, but you pushing the orgasm upward. But when you use this technique, very important, you have to massage your prostate gland. After that, and you massage the perineum and massage the anus. Every day, or is this every other day? The whole key, if you want to get the prostate gland orgasm, you need to do at least 300 times a day. In the olden time,
what? 300 times a what?
Contract the anus and the prostate gland 300 times. Contract until you feel it contracting your brain. It contracting your brain. Okay, you feel it. If you're conscious about it, I contract the prostate gland, and I started to feel my brain are contracting. Now you're getting your brain get bigger. So this point in the olden time, in the Tao's always refer them as $1 million point. Yeah, which the West make it very big, but actually sometimes people don't tell you, you don't know it. No.
Beautiful. Well, let's do this other video. Thank you, Mantak. Very resourceful. I know you have so much knowledge. It keeps on pouring so much knowledge in your seminars, and I so appreciate getting to know ourselves better, because we do not. Nobody has taught us. So thank you for being there for us, and sending you so much love. And here we're going to do a part 3 on the jade egg. On the jade egg and on the karsai, because the woman too, we have a lot of things. No, female ejaculation. Let's do a part 3 on female ejaculation. Yeah.